coffee. Breakfast start from 6 to 10
Sorry?
at the hotel. Breakfast 6 to 10.
6 to 10.
But tomorrow I have to take you to AIT. But we live in city. And also we have a big family in AIT.
What time the opening ceremony is?
8:30.
8:30.
And
What time
also
we leave there?
1 hour journey. Actually 7:30. That's sharp. Leaving departure.
So it means we have to start breakfast from 6:30.
6:30. Actually they provide by 6 o'clock.
Oh, I see. Then good. Otherwise, it will be late for.
Yeah. You can start by 6 or 6:30.
Okay.
And 7:30 departure for. Yeah. Ciao. Now on the way. Keep parking.
This सामान चाहिँ छिटो ट्रली चाहिँ त्यहाँ राख्छ
This one. Yesterday I keep this. I don't know.
सर कोही सर हल्का बस्या हो भन्नु न यति मिनट आउँदा त्यत्रो खोजिरहेको हेरेछ नि यहाँ हो छ नि बहिनी
रुममा गएर आउँछ है
होइन अब हिँड्ने बेला भइसक्यो
मेरो औषधि छुट्टी छ नि
घुमेर पछि आएर
We have three vans. Yeah. Room service. Now you can call anytime. Inform to them and they will go to solve the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll provide some no some
No. Say greeting from Thailand. สวัสดีค่ะ
but
But you are man, you say สวัสดีครับ You say ครับ If you pray to say I'm ready. I say ค่ะ Yeah.
Sovati crab
Sovadi crab.
Yeah, to everyone, to man to man to lady. You say ครับ in the end of the word.
Oh, I see.
You say
What does
สวัส
it
ดีครับ
mean, the crab?
Yeah, for me, I'm ready. I have to say ค่ะ and you want ขอบคุณค่ะ
Kapun crab.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Kapun crab. Jom.
Okay.
Kapun crab.
Now,
in the society. My opinion is that we always finger point someone else. We never finger point to look at ourselves. Start from ourselves. This is how I believe.
Especially when the conflict starts, then the corruption also going increase. Nowadays, the international transparency also indicate us our ranking is going up in corruption. So our CIA going aggressively forward against the corruption. Normally, especially in the normal cases, we can do easily investigation and prosecute with them. But especially nowadays, the corruption and crime rate is going higher speed in, especially in the IT. And IT and other the corrupt persons use the technology too. So that especially illicit enrichment properties, money laundering, especially two cases. We are facing so many problems. How to collect the evidence? To collect the evidence is very difficult in illicit enrichment properties and money laundering.
Right.
So, how can the AIT support us on this subject?
Oh, okay. So, AIT doesn't have money. No, but I think Mr. Patri mentioned, I think, a right point. AIT is Asian Institute of Technology. So we are dealing with technology. We are dealing with construction of the highway. We are dealing with the construction of the building. We are dealing with the construction of the wastewater treatment. We are doing construction of the machines, robots, environment, and these things. We are also dealing with the community development. We are dealing with urban development. We are doing rural development as well. So social science. And within AIT of the Department of the, so to say, social related subjects, we have this program in relation to the human rights and good governance. So that's why it's not totally fit AIT, but also it fit as the cross-cutting issue for AIT. Because if the engineer are trained only engineer, so they are not aware of any rule and regulation on good governance, so it's also not acceptable. I mean, it's not acceptable in the professional area that they are services. So that's why what you are saying is, yes, 90% we are dealing with the technologies, we are dealing with computers, we are dealing with the robots and these things, but still we also teaching the cross-cutting subject like gender. One is belief in constitutional monarchy, that
constitutional monarchy. I think the people, the other side people are they are demanding constitutional monarchy. But I'm not clear now. It is absolute monarchy here or constitutional monarchy. They are demanding, I think, a constitutional monarchy.
Yeah.
I think so.
It means that they demand keeping the same.
And I mean, what is the
we were in absolute monarchy up to King Rama VII. Okay, so at this moment we are king number 9. We had been today. We are Buddhist era 1559 now. But when the King Rama VII was less than his power, that was King number 7, K7 to 475. So how many years ago? Huh? 84. What? 84 years ago. So 84 years ago, we started, maybe, just like in Cambodia, signature, his order, his command is all symbolic. Actually, his signatory on any papers to command anything, he signed on behalf of the responsible organizations in the government. Because from 84 up, we would like to give respect to the king. We cannot avoid having him as a leadership of the country. So we believe that with him, we unite the country. What is the reason why the military want to hold the power? Because we want to protect the king. And the military is the best man who can protect the king. And that was the insight. Okay, so that's why the second draft, being draft, and someone don't like it because it has not released the power of the military. Most of the Thai people respect the monarchy, and the monarchy is like, they are like Brahman. They are center of our belief.
It is the not question of the population, you see. If you have a very strict rule and regulation, then you don't have to worry about the corruption.
Yeah.
In Nepal is very small population, but we have corruption is very high. Why? In the USA also there is also the many corruption,
Yeah.
but there is very big population is there.
Yeah.
You cannot find very
Very
few corruption is there.
That's true.
That's why,
Actually, maybe I'm saying from the perspective of the law enforcement.
Yeah.
You see, from the perspective of law enforcement, how many investigator more that you have to create or produce to overcome this? Like in Thailand, 500,000 government of civil servants, and how many? If you look at the number, how many that the government have to invest money to create that number of investigators to be able to look after 500, right? And that's the challenge.
You talk about the civil servant, number of civil servant.
Yes.
Could you please tell us about what is the system of your civil servant? I mean, there is any unionism in the civil servant?
Yes.
And what is the process or rule? Can you explain about the hiring system and the role of, if there is a union,
Yes.
what is the role of in this civil servant?
Right.
First of all, is there any union or not? Then if there, what is the role of union in the civil servant?
It is not the private. It is not the private entity that you need to have a labor union in the government organization in Thailand. We do have the labor unions, employee unions in the state enterprise profit organization. But in Thailand, we do not have the body who can do that for the government organizations. Now, how we control or how we, compromise the demand of the union members. So in the state enterprise, like electricity, like water supply, like telephone, how we compromise it? Our constitution appreciates good governance not only in writings or not only in the mother laws. The constitutions, every constitution since 1997, after we have a financial crisis, we reformed the whole system. 1997, the situation of the financial crisis asked Thailand to reform the whole setup. And at that time, we had the constitution 1997 and 1999. We had the new constitution. I guess there's a 49 number of the constitution, which is the first one, which is appreciate the good governance. Like something coming from the sky, we never be able to translate it into action. That's why we always enjoy give definition of good governance, but we don't know how to do it. So actually this course, at the end of the day, we would like to give you that this can be translated into a very meaningful action and procedure that you can do it if you have spirit.
So finally, I would like to request for AIT. Due to we are facing so many problems in our capacity building and technical assistance, we need a surveillance equipment to collect the evidence, as well as we need a polygraphy test and forensic lab too. So can the AIT provide us like this grant or anything else for capacity building?
We don't have money. No money, no honey. No. Okay. I mean, he made the right point. I mean, the point is that we need technology. We need a good equipment. We need a good device for our forensics science divisions and this for investigation and fact finding.
Can you say one thing? Actually, we are establishing our this digital forensic unit very soon. So within 3 months, I think we will have our own digital forensic unit. Number one.
Okay.
And number two, just before 2 months, we were able to bring cyber investigators from police as well. Now we have cyber investigation team also within CIA. So we are working more and more on technical side, which CIA was lacking before. So very soon we will have this digital forensic. We will have more this cyber tools very soon. And we will have more cyber investigators. So we are trying to bring some more cyber investigators from this. And very soon we will have this polygraphy team also within CIA. We will have polygraph team also within CIA.
Where will be this laboratory located?
No, within CIA. So actually, we already have 3 labs in police.
Okay.
We have digital forensic lab in police already, So we are planning to bring a digital forensic lab for CIA itself.
Okay. So
And cyber investigators also within CIA, but they are police.
yes, sir.
We brought them from police.
I respect your comment.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
The problem.
Just for information.
Yes, but can I give additional comment? Some idea. The problem is not the laboratories. The problem or the things that we have to address is, number one, where is this laboratory located, with whose authority? One. Okay. Number two, how this laboratory authority has the decision-making power to confirm
from the past, it has been a rumor or a news all the time that when foreigners come to Thailand, they have to pay some money.
So that both are is the Public Anti-Corruption Commission is and another is NACC. If the PACC started on being a charge of suppose X persons, it start the investigation. In another way, same persons being a charge to start the investigation NACC. Suppose if the PACC complete the investigation and gave him the clean sheet. In another way, the NACC declare collect the evidence and to case of file in the court. That situation, it cannot see the duplication between it.
In the different position and ways. See, like so to answer your questions, once the PACC is studying the case, we have a full authority, and it's totally, power and authority from an ACC, which means that an ACC cannot come across on our side, and we will not cross on their side. And once we get going on the case, and we will finish the case is finished. Unless that case has some evidence, and that evidence goes to the power and authority of an ACC, they can restart or send some information to us. On the other hand, if an ACC they start a case, we will not come across to their power and authorities.
So PACC, then middle ranking officers.
Yes, and we do not do any politicians. But
Okay.
the ACC they do politicians.
Okay.
And the high rank officers.
Number one question. Number two, how many cases you file in a year? Number two and number three, success rate. How many complaints you receive a year?
As far as the statistically, I don't have any information in hand. I'm sorry, but I will try to find out. Yearly is about 4,000 cases.
4,000. And how many cases you register a year? Case registered a year?
Now we have about a few to the court.
Maybe 100 cases or 200 cases?
Not that high. No, less than 100. Maybe less than.
Nearly yearly 5,000, and they have the 2,500 something officers. You receive the 4,000 complaint here, and you have only 500 officers. Is it sufficient to investigate? And how you manage for this?
Well,
And just to define us that you are looking on the middle class officers and below, and NSCC high ranking officer. Definitely high ranking officers is very low, some very small. In comparison to your office, much load here.
Yeah.
How you manage and how do you do and what is your tools?
Well, it's very, very difficult for me to express my feeling, because 500 officers against 4,000 cases, it is impossible, but as far as the management, we try our best, to work on the cases.
What is the role of civil society and NGO, or NGO or civil society are playing any role for controlling the corruption in Thailand?
It's the part of the suppression. For bringing people in Thailand to play a role in prevention. We have campaigns. We alert everyone to join the campaigns, and we try to make everyone to come. And how can I put this? We do have some campaigns, and see on the prevention side, it's very, very difficult for us to do so.
Maybe one of the
I have
measures.
I have one my colleague. She's from prevention side. I'll pass it on her.
Your question. We have two important measures on the prevention side. The first one is we use a tool to control the government organizations. We call it integrity and transparency assessment, which we conduct yearly, and we have it's kind of like a survey and a self-assessment for a government organization and we set the level that every organization has to pass the transparency.
First of all, kindly be informed that Thailand has ratified the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, or UNCAC, which makes Thailand move forward to the international standard of anti-corruption work, such as the amendment of the Organic Act on Anti-Corruption to cover criminal procedure to foreign state officers, foreign international organization officers, and foreign private sector, as well as providing the international cooperation.
And our Nepalese colleagues. So actually it's a great pleasure to have, and we came here to know something more about the money laundering, and this is the first session, I think. Yesterday we visited, yesterday we were in AIT, and today this is our first course of visit, and to know more about any anti-money laundering system and the way you function, so that will be more beneficial to Nepalese colleagues and Nepalese partners. So there's nothing more to say right now, because this is our first visit. We are just in process to learn your practices and how you work and how you function. So we are more interested in that. So I would like to say thanks again for providing such a good opportunity to have and to visit and to see how you work. Thank you.
Cooperation networks in combating corruption between bipartite regional and international associations. This importantly allows for an exchange of knowledge and experience in combating corruption.
To the opposite of the seminar. Thank you.
roles which are law enforcement regulator and FIU Financial Intelligence Unit under the Anti-Money Laundering Act, or we can call AMLA, AMLA. The first step happens when we receive and process information from the financial sector, and we transmit disclosures to the judicial or the law enforcement authorities, gathering evidence and transmit the evidence to prosecutor to accused when they find something suspicious from the financial report or receive name or suspects from the other law enforcement agencies. However, such a suspect had been related with 25 predicate offenses. Some examples are narcotic, cheating and fraud to the public, human trafficking and sexual abuse of the women and the children, and corruption, and including the terrorism report to share among all the law enforcement agencies to know or to become aware of. And the same can happen when we receive the cases of the predicate offenses from the other law enforcement agencies in the investigating and gathering evidence processes, or we receive the request of the financial information or financial transaction through the corporate in the first and the second one, because when you send us for the request, what we can provide for you. Here is our database, how we can access into the database. We need to use or to key in the password and username through the internet. We can check or we can find our database or our information just only in our office only, not can search from the internet. Okay. To our estimate to 700,000 baht. Until now, also, sorry, here is how we can access in this system. The same thing, we need username and the password. And here is result when we search the information from this system.
So actually what time? 3 o'clock? Is this okay for the coffee break? Now it is 2:30. Okay, 3 o'clock is okay. So 3 o'clock I will take a break for the coffee break for us. So let's see that I will talking about the law and the regulations that related to the money laundering. The Thai census database.
Everyone.
Yes, everyone. Every single one have the ID card. So we have 13
Everyone
numbers.
So that the AMLO, how do you take an investigation? You start investigation after someone's complaint, or AMLO use the intelligence for suspicious person? How do you take an investigation?
We do both, because as my colleague just mentioned, that we have a proactive case and we also have the reactive case. Proactive is mean we start our case by our own selves. We initiate the case from our database. So it means that the database that we have is from the reporting entities. Because of the robbers. The robbers come into his house and the robbers is collect a lot of money, and when the police catch the robbers said that the robber found that in his house has the money in his house more than 200 million Thai baht. 200 million Thai baht. But this guy, Mr. Permanent Secretary, he said that no, he don't have 200 million Thai baht in house, but he has only like 5 million Thai baht.
We have been very much benefited from your information, and thank you so much for it.
If you are the member of House of Representatives, it's okay. But if you are the member of the government house, it will be another story. So you're not allowed.
If he wants to be a minister, then he should declare his property first.
Yes, you have to declare first, and you cannot be
The total
person
amount
who
that
can
he
organize.
Okay, then he can join government, right?
Yeah, because before you become the minister, you have to declare all your assets to the NACC. So NACC have all the reports.
आपने भी declare or confidential?
Yes, confidential. That's only NACC can see. No one cannot ask for this information.
Is there any example like political leader accused of illegal activities and being punished by the state?
Yes, we have.
For example, the latest one, can you
Yeah.
just the name of that position?
So we have the case, the ladies. She is the former.
Links. So we are using IT. We are doing this social site analyst also. They go and search in social. They use some software to go and search in social sites. We do that also, and we are in the process of buying new social site tools. So that will be in our office, I think, in 3 months. Number 2, and we have CTR, audited analyst. The problem with all these is it's very difficult to find people because it's a very tedious job and it's not easy to work with it. There are very limited people who work on IT or who work on social science and who work on CTR. Very limited people. So what you said, we have also seen problems.
Achieve. By having set that as a goal, or those things as a goal, we must find ways to deliver
or to achieve those goals. All right, and in my lecture today that I'll give you in this coming 2 hours, 2.5 hours, will be mostly dealing with ethic management in public administration. I put a bit of the words here, need for reform. Whether we need to reform or not would be perhaps a question to a specific context of each country. So you might get the things that we cover today, and later on try to match that with the context of your country. All right. So before we move on to this afternoon session, I would like to start with maybe a brief introduction of yourself, so I know your background, where you're from, what part of government, all right, what department, what flavor.
Yeah, my name is Hemant Malwar. I'm Deputy Inspector General of Police. But this whole group, we are from Anti-Corruption Commission. But we are from different disciplines.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm from police, but presently I'm working with anti-corruption.
So that means you protect the whole country, not just today, but also in the future. That is why we need ethics in public management, alongside with, of course, many other things that we need in public administration or public management, right? When we talk about public management, public administration, we want efficiency, right? Speed, fast. We want economy, save money, right? Low cost, but high impact. We want something that is transparent, all right? We want some kind of mindset that is right. And we also want some mechanisms in public administration that works well. You know, no complaints, people are happy with working. Apart from that all, we need ethics. We need to promote that, but today we'll see how, because it's not too easy. Consider that they should say, hey, professor, you cannot take it back home. You know, this is a very good example. And in this country, I tell you what, many public officers take this kind of thing to their children at home. Not this, but maybe pencil, rubber, ruler, even A4 paper back home. This is a must. Okay, I would encourage that this is a must. So make sure that you have curriculum, you have courses that teach ethics, either directly or indirectly, since schooling. Primary, secondary, even university, and in all academies. However, the second group that is very important to the learning of ethics involve parents and teachers. That means family and teachers.
We discussed a little bit on the topic and we have concluded that only one body cannot maintain good governance, and without support from stakeholders and other rules and regulations and the whole system, it is quite difficult, because this, unless and until a person who holds public responsibility, if he or she does not internalize the ethics.
View is also similar with my colleagues, as he said. First of all, ethical manner, ethical subject is the emotional subject. It comes from heart, every heart, and it's not the rule. Not the rule. We are talking about how to establish the ethical manner. The most problems, first of all, I want to go with the weaknesses. What are the obstacles to maintain the ethicals? Everyone know how to walk in the streets. That's it. And he is going to add this. Thank you.
I strongly agree with my friends, and I want to make some points that can promote ethics in any organization or any institution. First of all, we have to develop a code of ethics in any nation. Code of ethics to develop. And then second point is make a leader role model. We have to make our leader role model. Then the followers can follow their leader role model. And then third point, we have to disciplinary actions for unethical behavior. Third point. And then the fourth point, rewards for ethical behavior. I have 4 points. First, to develop code of ethics. Second point, role model leader, and then disciplinary action for unethical behavior, and rewards for ethical behavior. That these points are our conclusions. Thank you.
This is something that, or in full public awareness. Okay, so this is another thing that you should encourage, public awareness about ethics. Okay, I hope that altogether it would bring a brighter future, for your government, for your country, and after all, for your citizen. Okay, thank you very much for your attention, good attention for today's lecture.
But it was massive, it's a very big. In the history of Thailand, there has never been such a big major scandal, a very, very big major scandal. So that is, the pledging scheme itself is the floodway was a way by which a lot of political cronies will win, and political actors will be able to sell their land at high cost. So fortunately, that did not went through because of the change of regime. And there's also, and all this is done because the government had majority in parliament. The government had a clear majority in parliament, more than half, 2/3, in fact. A weak, very weak opposition party, service them. Well, a few companies, they were all, from October to March, we had to finish everything. And also before March, we had to have a draft to be publicly,
What we hear, to collect the rice from the farmer.
Yes.
In the high price. It means that the farmer gets benefit.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Benefit.
Supposedly.
Suppose all the rice collect the government, and the rice was government captured.
Yes.
So that situation, if that ruling government immediately paid the cash money with farmers, what may happen in that situation?
There was no money to be paid at the time.
No money. Thailand government has no money.
It will.
Government is not willing to pay.
No, because they couldn't do it because they will face a lot of, the rice was sold at low price.
In the market.
To their cronies, to the bogus companies. It was not direct budget, it was indirect money that the government controlled the land. So this is a very big lesson that we should never allow the government to use extra budgetary money. There should be control over. No, if it's the budget spending, that's accountability. You know the figures, right? It's a system whereby we know what's involved.
To provide the evidence and so on, what kinds of support can you to that condition?
We can do directly or indirectly. Directly we work with the media. We have been supporting the Journalists Association over the years. Yes, we have the best investigative journalist report, supporting them and have them go ahead and do it. And of course we refer, because people may tell us some things that have been unjust or things that are wrong in the system. So we just refer to them because they investigate better than we do. We don't have the means to investigate as well as they can. But when the Journalists Association needed support in terms of academic support, give it to them. So it's a partnership of assisting, helping each other in that sense. And so the best investigative journalist report award was given for many years, to give them, make them feel energized, that society appreciates the effort. I also would be a speaker for them when they have organized training for the younger people. My staff members go to talk to the young staff member when they have training. We do some of that as well.
Maintain country. First, I'll maintain some. And your work, I know. If I'm too confused, you are working in awareness people, the anti-corruption and government, good governments, maintain good governments. Good governments. If good governments maintain country, public recruitment system and public auditing system, better. There is a maintenance of good governments and reducing anti-corruption. Corruption is automatically decline. So I want to know one thing: what sort of system is applying in your country, the public recruitment system? Public recruitment system means recruitment system and public auditing, government revenue and expenditure auditing system. What sort of system you are applying, and which agency is responsible for recruitment and auditing, and who recruit, who appoint the chief in these agencies? Chief.
Okay. Good question. To talk first about the public recruitment system for public officers. We have the Civil Service Commission. Civil Service Commission. It tests. The first step is to take nationwide tests. Each year they give out tests, examination. For people who want to enter the civil service system, they all have to take an examination. If they pass the examination, they'll be in a list of names available for different agencies to take from that list. So if for instance, but there's lots of applicants, maybe 100,000 a year who apply, but the list may consist of a few thousand names. Okay, and so in that few thousand names, the agencies who wanted to, have someone in there can ask the people from that list to come for an interview. So after the interview, they can decide whether they want them or not. If they don't want them, the name still remains in the list, and the list stays for a couple of years, and then they renew the list. So like the list is this long. The top will stay for 2 years and go away. You have to retake the exam. It doesn't stay on forever. So that's the recruitment. So supposedly the merit system is used for recruitment because it's an open exam, and there's no cheating there, no favoritism, no patronage in the first step. But when it comes to interview, the agency itself may have, people may say, we want this and that person, but it has to be on the list. At least you have to pass the initial exam. Okay. So, but some agencies would require independent recruitment. They will say that we have special requirements, we want this and that does not conform to the Civil Service Commission's test. We want to do our own. Sometimes they're allowed to do it. That is for the central government. But the local government is a different story. After decentralization, now that we have the 7,000 some local entities, local governments. The local governments came by election. Supposedly they should be responsive to the people. But the law is such that the head of the local administrative government has too much power. So he or she can determine, they also have an exam, and it can be rigged, it can be, because they do not use, this is all by the own person people. So in the new law, we'll probably change that to the organic law, if the constitution passes, that will be something in the reform process. We talk about being able to transfer from one local government to another local government. so that to make the system larger, you know, the human resource system, the pool larger, so that people can exchange, and so we can stipulate general rules and regulations, so that the decision making would not be encumbered on just one, the head of the local administrative structure alone. So there's a lot of corruption there in terms of personnel recruitment. So once you're in the system, the Civil Service Commission is supposed to oversee that merit is practiced in every stage. Unfortunately, that is not the case. In terms of legal stipulation, legal rules and regulations, our system looks very good, very fair, but in reality it's not. It has a lot of problems because the patronage system is so strong, and we often find that undeserving people get to be promoted, and the deserving people don't get to be promoted. So it's a very contentious issue that needs to be changed to how do we reduce the patronage system, how do we reduce nepotism, how do we reduce cronyism, you know, in order for the civil service system to be better. I don't know what it is like in the Nepalese situation, but in Thailand today, the best and the brightest don't want to go into the civil service anymore. So unfortunate. You know, unfortunately, before the best and the brightest want to compete for a seat in the civil service. Today they go to the private sector. The pay is so much better. And increasingly, like in the Western countries, the younger people who come from good families don't want to be employed. They don't want permanent employment either by the state or the private sector. They want to be independent operators. Because there's so many more opportunities now. You can be work at home on your website, selling things. You can create a coffee shop. You can do a restaurant. You can. So they wanted to be independent entrepreneurs. They want to take risks. They want to be in charge of their own lives. So it's unfortunate. I think that we still need the best and the brightest. The civil service system needs good people. The people who applied, the 100,000 that I mentioned, the 100,000 or so people that I mentioned, actually are from the provinces, from the lower rank of society, people who don't go to the best schools.
I think Public Services Commission is a constitutional body.
They're conscious about it, so they try to change it, but still not with great success. Not with great success, but we have a system that at least the government provides a lot of scholarship for people to go abroad for MAs and PhDs and even undergraduate study. And those scholarships, they have to sign an agreement to come back and serve for twice the amount of years that the government spent on them. If you go on the scholarship for 6 years, you have to come back and serve for 12 years. If you don't serve for 12 years, you have to be, pay back the money twice as much. So that keeps some people in the system until they're paid off the debt, they go away.
And public audit system?
Pardon?
Public audit system?
Public audit system. The public auditors is supposed to be one of the cleanest, less corrupt agencies in Thailand. Before they used to be under the Ministry of Finance. Today it's not anymore. They're an independent agency. Independent means not independent under the Constitution. So that they have their own budget, that they have, they're not part of the civil service system. They have their own recruitment system. But mostly they're accountants, legal people, legal expertise, have legal background or accounting or finance or something like that. And these people are generally, when they're recruited, they train their own. And the audit system is quite strict actually. But unfortunately, again, they're so used to audit by the rules and regulations. But today they're changing themselves to also look at the project and look at the feasibility of the project, look at the cost and benefit, and not just you have complied with the rules or not. Before they used to just look at if you have complied to the rules and regulations, then you're not found wrong. But today they have a broader mandate, a much broader mandate. And the governor of this institution was also our student from Mina, had an MA degree here.
Who appoint the auditor?
The Auditor General, the board of auditors, they have a few board members. They also have the governor of the office. But the board controls the policy. And the governor is accountable to the chair of the board, accountable to the chair of the board. The appointment is by system of the West. The Western, you have to go before the Senate to defend yourself, something like that. A vetting system whereby your backgrounds will be put, will be scrutinized, and then you have to talk about your past performance, you have to have character testimony. The public can send in their complaints about the person during the screening process. So it's open, but then again, the final say is dependent on the senators who vote for the person or not vote for the person. And so as a result of that, if the Senate is impartial, unbiased, and not under political domination, then it's okay. It works quite well. But if not, that's why it's the senators need to be impartial and need to be neutral, and it's something that we're still struggling with.
Citizen charter is applied in government office?
No, but we have freedom of information. The Freedom of Information Act is around since 1997. Since 1997, the freedom of information is meaning that you can ask for information from a public office. You can take them to court if they don't comply, etc. But in practice, it doesn't sound as good as in reality. It's a bit difficult, to expect.
That work to go ahead, the development work. It's the same here, like blame game, I don't know.
I don't think that we blame the CIA for our operations or external agencies that much. Except for currently, there's been a lot of rumors that CIA supports Thaksin to, former Prime Minister Thaksin to create all this turmoil and chaos in the country. That somehow or other, I don't know how true that allegation. I would not vouch for it. But
CIA, our agency is CIA here, So I'm just comparing with your NCCA. Like back in Nepal,
I thought you meant the USCIA.
No. Nepal,
Okay.
Our anti-corruption commission, like government agency, they blame anti-corruption commission back in Nepal, like they are hindering development work. Here.
No, we don't hear that much, but we blame them for being slow. Too slow. So justice is not handed out.
Justice is no justice. So that.
Justice delay is justice denied, right? So they are slow. They are slow because a case may be there, final judgment is 10 years. There was one case that I know that took 10 years. By then, some of the parties involved may be dead already, right? Or out of the picture. So it's almost like they may be slow, they may be too bureaucratic, but not blamed for the deterring development. Not blamed for that. But however, currently
issue. Suppose PSCC and NSCC going under the investigation of higher or superior person of politicians. That situation, the NSCC and PSCC can dominating with the particular parties and to inspire, and the PSCC and NSCC also to hold the investigation procedure in another way. The public wants to quick and fast investigation and to case filed in the court. The public's opinion is that. But the pressure of political parties or ruling government pressure to NSCC and PSCC holding the investigation.
Can you your opinion like that situation in Thailand? And how can you facilitate to forward the investigation in this situation?
It's an important question.
What is your role?
What
You
is-
and this institutions can also play any vital role for this situation.
I don't know how vital, but we try to, what we could do is to urge them, because we work with them closely, which the case is at. The NECC commissioners in the past, most of them have been quite with high integrity, I wouldn't question it, except for certain moments, certain set, that, and some of them were found wrong, actually were dismissed, the whole sentence dismissed. So at least it's not really that hopeless, but it's the process of the procedures. And the new NACC law will come out too, if the draft constitution passes, which will help facilitate some of these issues. And with the public sector anti-corruption commission, the PSCC, some of the lesser important bribery anti-corruption cases will go there. So supposedly the NACC can focus on bigger issues, particularly with those relating to political wrongdoing, politicians. So that might help. But it's still slow. I would agree that it's not as fast as one would like. And they're not part of the bureaucratic agencies. They should be less bureaucratic. They're independent agencies. My quarrel with them is that they're too bureaucratized. Because I've been asked over the years to serve as chair of the subcommittee. I've been asked to serve on many committees and subcommittees, and I know that it's very cumbersome, very difficult. It's not fast enough, it's too slow, and it's not up to one's liking. Anti-corruption, you have to be very, very proactive.
Okay, I would like to say something. Thank you, Chairman. I would like to invite Mr. Jemo to conclude the session because we have another program after that.
So thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful presentation and some inside information on the confidentiality of issues in Thailand. And we enjoyed watching this moral education, small clips also, and hope to see you soon in Kathmandu as well. So that's your wish. Thank you. Thank you.
You're going to have lunch here, right? Are you having lunch here? Yeah, okay. Don't have a good lunch. I hope the food is okay.
in the Department of Irrigation get the UN award. The winner, first prize, the winner on participation. And also we would like to, now we move ourselves to Thailand 450. We discriminate. We something like do the advertising on what is Thailand 450. And this is our function that the function is redesign and restructure the roles and responsibility of government organization. As I told you that there are about 20 ministries, 158 agencies. So some of them may want to change their organization structure. want to change their roles and responsibilities, but they cannot do it by themselves. They have to submit the new policy of the government or not, or they just create their own job to want to change their organization structure. So we have to analyze everything about the policy, about the agenda of the government, about the act, allow them to work, to have new work or not. After that, we design their organization and submit to the public sector development sub-commission first, and then submit to the public sector development commission just to get approved, and then they can change their organization structure. And we also do the paradigm change to resolve the problem and some other function. This is my organization structure. As you can see that we work under this commission. So every policy, every measure, we cannot issue it and make every agency do it to implement my policy. We have to submit to this commission first, and before submit to the big commission, big board, we have the sub-commission. We have many sub-commission to consider in each area. And my organization structure is like this. We have change management and innovative development division. So we have the change management and innovative development division. And we have the public sector restructuring division. These two division is responsible for the organization.
Whatever you say. So why they so loyal to OPDC or Anti-Corruption Commission? I just asking you that is okay.
I know. Why they have to be under OPDC? I mean, because each center is responsible for their organization, not responsible for
OPDC.
Yeah. They are responsible for their ministry. They are responsible for their agency. But my office, that is the central agency that set up that is, and I think now the heart of the success of this center is that board, because the board chaired by the Minister of Justice and another board chaired by the Prime Minister. I would like them to loyal to my office as well, but loyal in academic area, in academic way. Yes.
What I understood here is like OPDC has a mediating role among the government agencies. What I understood here is like OPDC has a mediating role among the government agencies for good governance, and it recommends plans and policies to the government. Am I right?
So I go back to the slide. Democracy look like three animals. So we introduce the restructuring public sector, and we introduce the new public management, and we do the culture change to be more effective. That is the good governance and new public management system. So in Thailand, when we want to do the reform, I think we cannot just look only ourselves. We have to look at the ranking in the world. So we see the ranking about competitiveness. Where am I in Thailand? Where is Thailand in the world? So I can see that ranking in Thailand ranking, you can see that in the top 30, it's not going anywhere. But in this year, my ranking is getting better than 30. But you can see Malaysia.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Then what is the tools to measure this rank? What are the tools to measure this rank?
Measures, but
It means what's the indicator?
the Thailand ISEP is not measuring it. The World Organization, I think, which organization measure this data?
Institute for Management Development, IND.
Yeah. It's your own organization?
This is the organization I don't know where is it.
No, it is a data from this organization, I think, because how they measure all the countries. If you have data, you can measure it.
There are many factors about effectiveness of the government, about effectiveness of the public sector, private sector. There are many factors under this competitiveness of both private sector and public sector. So we see the overall ranking is about this is the ranking on how competitive Thailand in the world. But I do not have your ranking here. I don't know you are in this ranking or not. But I compare myself with Malaysia. So you can see that Malaysia is getting better and better. China is also getting in the top 22, yes. And in the year 2020, if you continue this model, you will get ranking number 125. So, but you have to keep on going, because in Thailand we used to be number 76 long time ago, and we got worse until ranking number 102.
For providing us a great chance to come and sit in your office, esteemed office. So that was a big privilege for us also as well. So I will thank you again. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Study tour and lectures. So today, I think we spend only half day, up to lunch is enough. And then in the afternoon, we will release you to do whatever you like to do. Because I think we take your time tomorrow morning to go to AIT to receive the certificate. So that's why it's not fair to you. So that's why this afternoon should be off. But I will make also this morning is useful to CIA. Okay, so I promise. So I would like you to group into 4 groups, and if you are happy with these groups, okay. If you are not happy, you can exchange. The reason is that those who are visiting OPDC and those who are visiting the PEA should be having mixed together so that they can share ideas. That's only my point. But if you think this group is okay, I'm also fine. I don't want to intervene because it's just a grouping for making more focus. So if you think you like it, fine. If you don't like, you can change. So I give you maybe 3 minutes. The interest of the group, what you want to see CIA look like in the next 15 years. After you generate that idea already, please write down here. You write down there, or you can draw pictures, or you can put anything that explain your view on future CIA. That is how it look like. That's it. Okay? So you write down, you draw pictures, whatever you like, but explain. That is my CIA in the next 15 years. Okay? So just 10 minutes. And write down. Because this is what we want to see in future.
Point out. Complete investigation is right. Surgery working on stage. As a whole, criminal justice system.
Education.
एक लेभल 3-4 यो के भन्छ भन्दाखेरि 18 लाइन हो कहाँ एक लाइन यहाँ होइन सर यो चाहिँ केही फरक पर्दैन इट डजन्ट म्याटर होइन
हतार गर्नु पर्दैन हामीले स्टार देखेर
If you Oil equipped with scientific tools, with SCIE
What will be the appearance structurally, functionally, and in other many parameters? How CIA look like? This is the question, and we talked in group, and then we have listed some of the points here, and I'm going to explain this. The first point we made is CIA investigation activities will have been fully based on information technology. That means CIA will be IT friendly, less paperwork will be less, and information technology based activities will be more in the next 15 years. Similarly, in the next 15 years, CIA will have its own cadets or personnel, so that the personnel turnover problem, which sometimes CIA is feeling nowadays, will be solved or well managed. It will have its own cadet system. The third point we made is CIA will have its own international standard forensic lab. Till now the condition is that CIA does not have its own forensic lab. It is dependent on the forensic lab of Nepal police. And then in the next 15 years, it will have its own international standard forensic lab, fully equipped and fully supportive to our investigation. Similarly, the next point we made is CIA will be restructured in such a way that the code, intelligence, security, and all the factors that are needed that go along with this, as the parts of CIA will be in the same line, same window. This is the point suggested by our DIG Sahab, and did I write it well or not? And the next point from the group. Yes. Next point is CIA area of investigation. Now it is very restricted. It is restricted only to the activities that is related to the government budget. If something is, if the government budget is not there, even if there is a big crime, CIA cannot investigate, and CIA cannot go to judiciary. There are many restrictions, but what we are feeling, what everyone is feeling is in Nepal is CIA must go to the private sector also, because 60% it is the speculation only. 60% corruption is there in private sector. So in the next 15 years, actually this will be guaranteed by the police makers. Area of investigation will extend towards NGO, INGO, and even to the private sector. And ultimately, CIA, the public trust winning organization, now also it is one of the most popular organizations in our country. And then in the next 15 years, it will be exceeding, the popularity will be exceeding day by day, so that it will have been a model organization to maintain law and order inside the borders, and outside the border also it will have many programs, at least promotional programs, and it will be the main organization in our country Nepal to safeguard good governance. Thank you.
Traceability. Traceability of the information, so that we can address the questions or the concern from the one who give complaints, and also we can address the case. We can track the progress of the case as well. So that was the IT that you want to have it look like. So we can trace the information of the complaint, and it's systematic. And what else?
In this point, we can add more. I think the information or data regarding the investigation, which we need from different government agencies, should also be fully computerized on the IT base. You can use the data when it is needed easily. Now we have to write later, we have to ask so many times, and we get the data.
Share market, we are linked with share market. Share market. PSC also. We have access in few databases, not in all. Yeah. We want to have connectivity with.
All right. Okay. So the IT part is number one is to be able to follow up the progress. Number two is to have the comprehensive system, so that the data that need for investigation is centered somewhere, so that we don't need to go everywhere to collect data. So it's more effective that way. Okay. So that is how it look like. Okay, good.
Turnover can be well managed, right? Own cadets. Because you see, these days CIA have many cadets or many officers from the other agencies, you see. In other agencies, the cadet is there. So what, in my opinion only, you see, as the investigator, there is maybe engineers and other local development officers are there. Their mother office is another, you see. This one is second office, you see. When you go to the investigate to their mother officer's office, then he will be little bit hesitated. He is engineer, so maybe other engineer is there to investigate, you see. So what will be happen, you see, after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, he has to go back. At that time, his colleagues and his senior will look after him as enemy. So if there is one cadet, so he will himself do much better to do work, because he can promote it in their one office. He does not have to go to the other office. That's why the CIA needs the one cadet.
So what if there is no corruption in Nepal?
Not it means everywhere is corruption. Okay. You cannot tell me the one country there is no corruption. Okay. I know even in the USA also, you see, but it will be the less corruption and more efficiency.
Investigation will be independent.
More independent.
Yes. That's why the CIA will have its own cadets. Need.
But can we say, if the officers of CIA seconded in CIA for 2 years, and he is engineer, and he is coming from roads.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, instead of sending him to roads department, why don't we send him to another department.
No, you can send him the another department, it doesn't matter. But he is civil servant, you see. He is civil servant. He is one chief secretary. And everybody is looking, he is engineer, he is against the another engineer. There is another association of engineer association.
There is a division on the thing is different, but
Independent and security is the most.
Yeah.
And also,
security.
if we have on cadet, CIA as on cadet, it is I think it is very what I say effective or I don't know, but the CIA can develop their cadet, train them, exposure them. Now what is happening here? We train here and we go to other organization. It's a matter. That's why we turn over. The turnover can be managed. Now, the 10 people is moving either in the again the CIA get a new one, and his performance is so-so.
Look at CIAA as a specialized institution where we need the people that have the knowledge and skill to do a certain thing in relation to the CIAA code of conduct, practice and standard. So that's why perhaps we need to have our own cadet. And how many we expect to have? How many?
No, the police our CIA chief also thinking about this.
Okay.
It's a looking after, you see. Let's see.
Right.
We hope for that, you see.
Yeah. No, I really, when you talk about this specialization in investigation, in sting operation, in this Bundi and other things, perhaps CIA should have the academy who develop people and develop these cadets to serve the CIA. I mean, just because the concern is the capacity of the people, and this capacity should be able to sustain.
No, we can do one thing. You see, if CIA approved this, government approved this, that they are one cadet. So CIA wants, you see, to call all expertise for the CIA one cadet. If Mr. Kishan Patel wants to join in the CIA for the permanent, it's okay. It's for the easier also. He is expert, you see. So gradually, when new vacant will be there, then little good, you see, training and like the exposure, then it will be better, you see.
How the forensic lab, and this is I don't understand, how the forensics lab related to the CIAA work at this moment. How the forensic lab would strengthen the work of CIAA. I mean, just to make sure that I understand.
Most of we are heading towards cyber world, and even 2 months back, we didn't expected cyber investigators or cyber unit within CIA. Now we are in process of buying for digital forensic equipment. It's coming. It will be arriving very soon. I think within 3 months.
It's coming.
Yeah. We will have our own cyber or digital forensic lab within CIA. Number one, and number two. With this last 2 months, we were able to bring some cyber investigators. We have only in police, like cyber investigating. If you talk about cyber investigators, they are engineers, IT engineers, and they are trained in cyber investigations as well. So now we have cyber investigators also, about cloud, dark cloud and other, like people they have started hiding their information and hiding their money and other in cyber world, So for that we need the cyber investigators, the cyber equipment and other, number one. And number two,
so is the cyber investigator and forensic lab is different or same?
A bit different.
Okay.
Bit different. Digital forensic expert can be a cyber investigator, can be, or we have some people, they work in both capacity as well, but it's a different issue. Cyber investigator is different and digital forensic expert is different, but the work, both work related with cyber. Because like if you see the laptop or if you see the this mobile, if you see the computer, if you like within cyber also there are many areas, like within CIA we have one investigator. We just bring one investigator who is expert on social media. It's a different area, social media. There is a lot of information in social media. You can get information from Facebook, you can get more information from Instagram, you can collect information from social, it's one area. Like we have one investigator who is very good in investigation in what you call this, networking. It's a different side. And we have some investigator who play with these things, like laptop, this mobile, and other. And we have other investigators who work with data, like I2, like CDR. They play with data, So we just started with CIA.
So from what Mr. Hemant said, I can see you need persons who understand to analyze scientific data. So you need a person to be able to analyze the data in front of he or she and be able to give advice to CIA on what measure that we will put up front. All right.
We need person, we need equipment, we need we need what do you call that?
Standard.
Not standard, we call what you call software. Software also. Yeah.
Now I give you an example. We also it is also road department of Nepal, and we have one engineer to teach the engineer from road department. And one of the sessions that he teach the engineer was forensic engineers.
It means that Lumini already finished. Buddha was born first, or this point also born first. It's the same, like the similar. So that.
So the Buddha already born.
Already born in Nepal, in Lumini. So that Lumini is first and Pokhara is second. Like a similar sense.
Now I have to
next
invite
15 years.
the Thai tourists to go and visit Lumpini more.
Yes.
Tourists.
Yes. You are welcome. Welcome to Lumpini. Next 15 years, our CIA achieve some achievement, some points like this condition. Own skill. After 15 years, CIA has own skilled and trained manpower. The first team already explained on this matter. It means that after 15 years, CIA has a own staff. Whenever the own staff, if CIA do not recruit the own staff, till then the investigation cannot go smoothly, because there are some hurdles and obstacles to achieve our goal. So that we need a skilled trained manpower. Next 15 years, it will cover. Okay. And next point is symbol of good governance. After 15 years, CIA is like a Lumbini birthplace, Buddha's place, like enlightenment of Buddha. After 15 years, CIA achieved the goal of symbol of good governance. That is a symbol of good governance. It is a symbol of our national integrity. Everyone thinks and memory CIA. Without CIA, corruption cannot control. It means that corruption cannot control only the effort and initiation of CIA only, not only. But it has so many stakeholders and so many common peoples also to support us. Without support them, till then we cannot do anything. So that after 15 years, the CIA became a symbol of good governance. Well equipped with scientific and tools and forensic tools and forensic and IT sector. The investigation, our investigation, the evidence-based investigation cannot do anything. Evidence-based, we collect the evidence, support. Why we need a forensic lab and IT? During the investigation, we collect the evidence. Whenever we will do not purify that evidence, till then the court doesn't support that evidence. So that we need a equipment and support. In the question document, if someone who signs like this, is your signature? He told us, no, it's not mine. So that we send that signature in the forensic. Forensic. Whose this is signed with his original signature and question signature. We send in a forensic lab.
Other documents.
Other pure signatures. The forensic give us the report that signature is not his. It's a clear okay. If just when we submit in our report that signature is not a culprit, is a fake signature, we write just only. And after when we submit the case in the court, that time in the court the culprit or suspected person writes his statement in the court, it's mine. CIA pressure me and I told like that signature is mine. It is not mine, just only I said it's the CIA report is a fake, that time he can't say. But if we scientifically prove the signature is his or not, it is determined. That time court can accept in our report that condition, so that we need a forensic. In the IT sector, in the IT sector also very has played the vital role for the investigation. It's finished. I do not want to go ahead.
Now I understand.
One international level anti-corruption academy after 15 years. Within 15 years, suppose AIT right now here, AIT is going train in the skilled manpower and capacity building training is in various in the different countries right now. So we are here right now. The AIT is supporting us for the sharing of knowledge and how to the international arena going investigation. We are getting so many knowledge from AIT, and AIT also provide us how does the Thailand's government anti-corruption bodies, what are they doing, what are the systems. We are achieving so many knowledge, so thanks a lot. We get that. So that after within 15 years, we'll get our own international academy of anti-corruption, like in Malaysia, there is a MAC, Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Academy. So like that same, we got. Then after the next point is work in database system like the IT. Yeah? Other point is build up mutual relation between international and national level to control the anti-corruption agencies. Right now, our CIA link up the AIT, MAC, and other things like in within the 50s worldwide. That time we have one academy too. We called AIT members and other members we are sharing that time. Like in the same, we also interlink with international and national level. Because one side, if he know about the corruption, that child told his guardians, can say with his guardians, how you earn like this money, your monthly salary is like this amount, but how you carrying a big amount Why? And
Why you
how?
have so many mobile
How?
phone?
I told my teacher, I can say, your mom, my dad bring a money with my teacher. So his father are afraid with his child so that he cannot willingly to get extra money. So that we educate our school children, and there are two ways our CIA can apply: short term and long term. In long term, we need a anti-corruption curriculum for small to higher level. And right now, we can educate in school visit exchange program, teachers training about the anti-corruption and so on. And last point is policy level. It means that nowadays we are 70 friends,
70
and
friends.
another already trained, and 30 are friends. One day they became the policy level. They reached the policy level, not a chief commissioner of CIA. They may be or not. If we groom like that, cadres within 50 years, they can reach the policy level. They can change and reform in our CIA to like that more advanced. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, I am very clear. This is clear. This is clear. I had some concern, but I forgot. Build up the new. Okay. International anti-corruption work data. This is forensics. Okay.
Symbol of good governance. Yeah.
So, can you specifically give example of what symbol? Now you went to PA yesterday. Some of you went to PA. The PA symbol of transparency. Most of the office they have classes. The finance department, accounting department, they use symbolic representation to show their identity of transparency. So, what symbolic representations that you have in mind, for just some example, that CIA should have, so that when people see you, you represent something that reflecting a good governance.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Symbol of good governance is just only the feeling everyone
Values,
feeling.
it's values.
CIA staff is very good. They come on time and they go on timely and they fully determine their work and they work hard, but they are very satisfied their job and they are very honest and their living standard is very simple, not a highly sophisticated and so that they are very, and they are supporting to develop in our country too. To control the corruption. Without the control of corruption, the country cannot go up ahead. So that that is the symbol of integrity and good governance. That the feeling of the peoples. Whenever you and my colleagues does not support me, our guy is very good. He's honest. Whenever they do not told, I'm honest, I'm good, I'm shouting, but it does not mean that. But my behavior can change.
Okay.
So that is the feeling. If my behavior really impressed with my friends, that is good governance. I can change their mind.
Now,
my activities.
Now, my concern, I think this is a very good idea. My concern is that how you will enlarge the public awareness to the symbol of CIAA, because CIAA jobs is very specific. Not many people know unless they are in that situation or they are part of the investigation, they are part of the World CIA. But at the same time, we need to expand or enlarge the visibility of CIAA, the integrity, to maximum population of Nepal. So do you think this is a challenge? Do you think this is possible? That, you know, right? You get my point, right? So how you are going to enlarge that? Because these have to have an impact for the country.
I'll come to your point.
We put that about CIA in curriculum for
okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay, I'll come. Very good queries. That's very good. Because of if the corrupt person, small to high level, we are going investigation. Our right now our chief commissioner aggressively go ahead against the corruption, like a small or like a big superior rank, so that public that is the only one we have only one institute which are doing good and which are an action with a higher rank, not a president, not a prime minister, but CIA can do that job and doing, so that most of the honest people are supporting us right now. So we are grieved that achieve, and we are aggressively to go ahead to support that peoples, and also in coming days, and we also good relation to develop with other in a far distance and minority people. Also we grieve their interest and their develop, we support their develop, and yeah.
So okay, so I think now okay, so that's interesting. So you are more on pro-poor, pro-poor's work, you know, help the poor people, not only addressing the small case and the case,
higher,
but also
higher,
the whole spectrum of the corruption that you will address, and that can also increase the visibility of CIA. I mean, this is but it is important. This is important because we have a certain population that we are working with. So, but actually we would like to have 100% of the population aware of us. And that's the thing that we have to work out. Yes. You maybe need media more.
We use media too. We can use it.
Now we are investigating some of the ministers,
that without vision, without dream, our behavior and activities are not same. Our thinking pattern must be shaped by our dream. So what will be the CIA in next 15 hours? We discuss in our group and conclude that after 15 years, Nepalese organizations will be more transparent and country is going to be prosperous in association, in collaboration, in cooperation with CIA. Here is CIA. CIA and activities are guided, and CIA will try to all the public and private organizations from school to university, from cooperatives to Prime Minister office to achieve these goals within 15 years. In initiation of CIA, people will be guided and encouraged to hand-in-hand cooperation in investigation to make all activities of nation and organization to make organizations more transparent. And during this period, CIA will adopt high technology in investigation and innovation. In this area, CIA has already started to online complaint system
already called for a bid to forensic lab, and in this way we can innovate the new investigation techniques. And then current situation is CIA will interrupt development. CIA is the hindrance of development. This is the accusations situation of Nepal. In this period, we will prove that CIA is not the enemy of development. CIA is friend of development. CIA will facilitate all the development workers, development activities, and it will encourage the development planning and programs to meet the prosperous Nepal and to make the development works transparent to enhance people's trust. And another point is, without integrity, we cannot achieve this dream. So we try to make all individuals, all institutions to make integrity. For this, we are starting to community education program. Community education program, school, from school children to university cadres, university graduates, public officials, civil society. And CIA will try to develop cleaner and transparent organizations. Their all activities, programs, their budget, their behaviors will be transparent before general public. And we are trying to make all society free of corruption, corruption-free society and education. For this, we will cooperate with international friends, international agencies, and general public. During this period, CIA will be the role model in anti-corruption within country and its regional level.
I want to add some points to my group discussion. Mostly high-tech technology initiate the university for the investigation much faster and easier. No lengthy jobs, faster and easier. Nowadays, the investigation system is on the is going lengthy. For that procedure is lengthy. With that, they are being hanged. Some people, some staffs, some official staffs are retired, going on retired, but the investigation is going on. That's why the justice is being delayed, so that those points related for the easier and faster, so that the role good governments can be shown at CIA. And I want to add next points for the role model. For good governments, CIA acts as a watchdog. Not good governments. Good governments in the CIA itself, but it is in concept for the role of other offices, other government offices as a watchdog. Its role is for watchdog.
I have a feeling that at this moment the general people in Nepal may look at CIA as the organization that not very friendly to the well progress of the development, because it's keep on checking and slow things down. That's how I got from the presentation. And the idea was very good when I listened, because from today the group would like to have different mindset of the people toward the CIA. more on positive, not the negative. So it needs sending the right message. It needs showing case example. It needs a lot of awareness and understanding the people so that their attitude towards CIA is different.
The course that related to anti-corruption. And in the first place, we found, very challenging because it's not very easy, and it is need a lot of information and expertise to organize the course. However, with the continuous interaction with the officer from CIA, Mr. Pattaya, we came up with a module which is we found that it worked very well for the program. So within the 2 months of time, as of now, we already have 72, I keep on counting, 72 officers from CIA participated in the training programs that we organize. Nevertheless, we are very honored that in every program, starting from the first batch, the honorable commissioners and senior management of CIA gave honor to AIT to participate in the closing program in order to, explore, the collaboration with AIT in order to get feedback from the participant and also in order to get feedback from AIT in order that so that we can develop the future programs to be suitable for the organization in the future. Before anything else, I would like to report to our senior who are sitting in front of us about what have been happening in the past 7 days. We had the classroom sessions from AIT faculty members who are teaching in the subject of the good governance and anti-corruption and human rights, which is Dr. Mokbun Ahmed. We also had a chance to go to NIDA, and we had Professor Juri, who is the director of the Transparency International of Thailand, to share with us her views and practical experience in driving the anti-corruption activities in the regions. Okay, and now let me invite Dr. Ganesh Raj Joshi to give the remark to our participants.
Vice President Academic Affairs, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and namaste. I feel highly privileged and honored to be here with you this morning in a professional development course on governance and anti-corruption, the methods and tools behind an effective anti-corruption strategy, which has been coordinated and organized by Asian Institute of Technology. At the outset, I would like to thank the AIT for taking this initiative, organizing this course, and also extending us the warm hospitality. We all know the poor governance and corruption are the pertinent issues in many developing countries like Nepal. Over the last decades, many societies have come to realize the extent to which the corruption and bribery has undermined their welfare and the stability. Governments, the private sector, as well as the civil societies have consequently declared the fight against corruption to be of highest priority. Corruption itself continues to be manifested in many forms, in many ways. It ranges from petty to grand in nature, from political to bureaucratic in focus, and from incidental to systemic in scope. Of course, it's very difficult to really dig out to investigate the corruption which is in systematic in nature. It has impacted many societies, many communities, many nations, because it is a transboundary issue. It has become a transboundary issue. It has not been limited in scope only inside a country, in one country, and it has naturally at the end impacted the individuals as well. Given the range and impact of corrupt behavior, any anti-corruption strategy must be cognizant of the causes of corruption, the political and socio-economic environment in which corruption thrives, and the broader links between corruption, organized crime, and international illicit capital flows, because this has also been a issue in the recent decades. In terms of design of anti-corruption strategies, it is important to construct a set of incentives to encourage rule abiding and discourage rule averse behavior by individuals engaged in corrupt practices. Besides the independency of the anti-corruption agency from any governments or departments is a key aspect of any anti-corruption strategy. We are very much pleased to share with you that the CIA is an apex constitutional body for corruption control. Constitution of Nepal 2015 has mandated CIA to investigate and probe cases against the persons holding any public office and their associates who are indulged in corruption. CIA has restrictive jurisdiction that exclude private sector, army, judiciary, and other constitutional organs. However, after the retirement of those personnel, it has given the mandate to investigate. And assessing the severity and type of corruption in making quality and transparent decisions and use appropriate accountability mechanisms in their decision making. I would like to thank the AIT for organizing very much relevant training to the officials of CIA. This is the beginning of our cooperation in capacity building and research. Although we have already completed our 4 batches have already completed this training. There are future scopes for our joint collaboration in academic and policy related research, academic enhancement in the fields of good governance, anti-corruption, and institutional development. I am sure the prominent academicians and professionals from AIT will be instrumental in carrying out these tasks so as to contribute our missions of corruption control. At the same time, probably all of our participants have, all the 4 batches, have provided you the feedback so as to tailor this sort of training as per the requirements of our participants in order to fulfill the mission and the vision of CIA. At last but not the least, I would like to congratulate the participants for successfully completing this training and encourage you to use the knowledge and skills learned in this training for strengthening our investigation and reforming the process and procedures of investigation as well as other matters related to corruption control. Thank you very much.
Very attentive, very disciplined. I'm talking about this group. Very disciplined group, very attentive. They were always on time whenever we gone for visit or classes and other. And at last, I would like to thank to SK Shaheen Hussain, Sophie Itia, and other colleagues from AIT for their tireless engagement with our group, not only in class, not only at AIT, at shopping area as well. they provided ample of time with this group in all ventures. Hope we'll meet again here in future as in same or another capacity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Takuri. So next is the time for exchange of the token of appreciation. Maybe start from AIT to offer a token of love to the CIA, and in this particular to the Commissioner of the CIA.
Joshi, Secretary Mr. Shantaraj Subedi, distinguished participants, my colleagues at AIT Extension, ladies and gentlemen, I think on behalf of AIT and the AIT President, it's my great pleasure to be here today in today's closing ceremony for this fifth batch, I would say, of this training program, which has a long name but very important, on governance and anti-corruption, the methods and tools behind an effective corruption eradication strategy. In fact, I was here at the end of the third batch also, and it was quite an interesting experience. But since you are also new to AIT, please allow me to say a few words first about our institute. We were established in 1959, so about 56, 57 years, as a graduate school of engineering, which was the first graduate school of engineering in Southeast Asia, whole of Southeast Asia. And then we were named as the Asian Institute of Technology in 1967 when we came to the campus here in Pathum Thani, and we have been here since then. Today, we are basically governed by what we call the Board of Trustees, in which we have members of the countries involved, typically the ambassadors who are based in Thailand. In fact, the Nepalese ambassador to Thailand is also a Board of Trustee and obviously my boss of this institute, one of the bosses. Our goal essentially is for assisting the society where we are living, which is the Asia Pacific region for AIT. I would sincerely thank the CIAA for trusting us because this is not the normal area which we work, that we would be able to do the job.
Congratulate again to all participants, and thank you for all the seniors who are joining this morning, and this session is very valuable. Look forward to work with you again in the future, and we keep in touch. Thank you very much.
Okay, planning now. Now 83. Village, sub-district, district, and province. Okay?
कुन चाहिँ यहाँ यो हाम्रो वाला
Second one. Okay, now you sing that. You stay alone. No, what's the What's the Okay. Listen to me. And also, you have 25. If two single, that means 23 left. We not talk about the consider. You have 25 now to go to Phuket. 25, if two single, that is 23 left. That is you can maybe 3 single.
Yeah. Okay. I don't understand. Yes, I will stay with my partner.
Okay. Depend on yourself.
Or one day I will. पहिला डबल जोडी बानी आलो ऐसा डबल
Okay.
Please do give us.
No. First put the name.
put the number as a number. Okay, you do for
यो हेमन्तजीलाई सिंगल राख्नु मलाई डबल राख्नु
no, this one can be two. And this one, not free, 25 or 30 baht. Mineral water, not free, okay? Okay or not okay? And now I will give your room key. But after this, you free. After I give you room key.
Not under your control. All are free.
You are free. And he's taking care you are in the government now. Yes. And also you see motorbike. See motorbike. That's one. If you would like to rent or ride, make sure you know how to drive, and also you have to discuss with the owner. Because from my experience, the previous people in Nepal, another group from another country, I met them free, and they talk because they live with each other, and also they have to pay them 30,000 baht. One boat has 50,000 baht, one boat has 40,000 baht. Yeah, finally they bargaining, and finally they make 40,000 baht. That's why you make trouble, Yeah, because if you make it damage for the boat, they can't do that. Okay?
10,000 baht.
And today evening for cabaret show, Akasa. Someone want to see cabaret show, Akasa. 400 baht. They buy it. Almost 1.5 they have full time 5, 6:30, 8 and 9:30.
This cultural dance.
Cultural dance.
Nearby.
Nearby, but cannot walk. We have to use transportation.
Oh, from hotel?
From hotel.
Do they provide us free of cost or with the
You have to confirm me by payment. 400 before you go to your room. Otherwise, if you have to
यही घरले मान्छेले त रोजै
सर छैन सर
नमस्ते हजुर सबैलाई नमस्कार छ म बर्मादेखि आएको मेरो नाम गफुल प्रधान हो थाइल्यान्डमा ट्राभलको काम गर्दैछु हामीले यस्तै नेपालमा यस्तै भुइँचालो आयो भनेर सुनेर दिनरात हामीले थाइल्यान्डमा पत्याको बिचमा हामीले बाटो छेकेर पैसाहरू उठाए, कपडाहरू लत्ताहरू सबै उठाए। त्यो हामीले नेपालीको हाम्रो म पनि एउटा नेपाली हो, बर्मा बसेको मात्रै एउटा हो, तर हाम्रो दिल छ कति माया लाग्दछ, हाम्रो देश हो नेपाली देश भनेर आफ्नो फ्यामिली जस्तै लागेर मैले सबैलाई मद्दत गरिदिएको छु। हामीले यहाँदेखि सबै उठाएर हाम्रो यहाँ थाई सरकारमा हामीले बुझाए, थाई सरकारले वहाँ पठाइदिनु भयो, तर हामीले यहाँदेखि पठाइदिए। अब वहाँ सबै जनतालाई मिल्यो मिलेन त्यो पनि हामीले यसो मिल्यो भने नि हामीलाई दिल खुसी लाग्छ। अब कस्तो उहाँको लागि हामीले यहाँ पनि
जस्तो अब तपाईँहरूले रात सङ्कलन गर्नुभयो, बाटोमा बाटो रोकेर पैसा उठाएर थाई सरकारलाई दिएर नेपाल सरकारमा पठाउनु भयो?
हजुर हजुर, हामीले त्यस्तै पठाइदिए। सबै मिलेर नेपाली हाम्रो बर्मामा बस्नुभएको नेपाली दाजुभाइ बहिनीहरूले नि सबैले मद्दत गरिदिनु भयो उहाँलाई।